often believe that heroes wear capes, shields, swords, or even masks. But sometimes, heroes wear white coats, walk through narrow streets, and carry hope for people who have been forgotten. The real meaning of heroes is an ordinary people that refuse to stay silent. The one that cares when others ignore, who dedicate their life for helping humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, respected audiences, and my beloved friends, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Keisha Nirbita Kurniawan, and I'm from Senior High School 1 DRINGU. Today, I want to tell you an inspiring story of one young Indonesian man who transformed something that is dirty and useless into a source of hope and lived for thousands of people. His name was Gamal Albin Said, a doctor and social innovator from Malang, East Java, who owns a simple idea that changed the way people look at both healthcare and trash. As a young man, Gamal once lived as a medical student, dedicated for helping others and providing social service. However, one day he received a heartbreaking news that completely changed his perspective on life. He heard the story of a little girl who had a serious illness, but unfortunately, her families couldn't afford her medical treatment. Perhaps for some, this story was just a news. But for Gamal, it was a turning point that motivated him even more. After hearing this story, Gamal couldn't stop thinking about the suffering experienced by poor families. He realized that in society, poverty steals more than just comfort. It steals opportunity and sometimes even life itself. He began questioning himself a difficult question. Why should healthcare only be accessible to people with money? Why must poor families have to choose between eating or seeking for medical treatment? And why do so many people have to lose their lives simply because they cannot afford to go to a doctor? These questions stayed in his mind every single day. But instead of blaming the situation or ignoring the problem, Gamal decided to find a solution. He believed that if problem exists in society, then society must also have the ability to solve it through creativity and courage. While observing the environment around him, Gamal noticed another major issue that affecting Indonesian communities: waste. Streets, rivers, and neighborhoods were filled with piles of garbage, especially plastic bottles, paper, or recyclable waste that people threw away every single day carelessly. To most people, trash was something that is disgusting and useless. However, Gamal saw something different. He realized that recyclable waste actually had economic values if managed properly. And suddenly, an extraordinary idea appeared in his mind. An idea that many people initially considered strange or impossible. He thought, what if trash could become health insurance? And what if something that people threw away every single day could actually help their life? From that powerful idea, Gamal created a revolutionary program called Klinik Asuransi Sampah or Garbage Clinical Insurance. The concept was incredibly simple, but deeply meaningful. Instead of paying money for healthcare insurance, poor families could pay using recyclable waste such as plastic bottles, paper, or cardboard. The collected waste will then be recycled and sold, and the profits will be used to fund healthcare service for the community. Through this system, families who previously feared hospital because of the expensive medical bills finally had a chance to receive treatment with dignity. The impact of the program quickly spread beyond healthcare alone. Communities slowly became more aware of environmental clean lines because they realized that waste had values if managed responsibly. Neighborhoods became cleaner, recycling habits improved, and people started working together for helping one another. Gamal's innovation successfully solved two measures of social problems at the same time: healthcare inequality and environmental pollution. Because of his incredible contributions, Gamal Albin Said gained international recognition and became an inspiration to many young people around the world. In 2014, he received the prestigious Prince of Wales Young Sustainability Entrepreneur Awards in the United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of Gamal Albin Said teaches us a lesson that's deeply important for today's generation. In a world where many people chase for popularity, social attention, and wealth, Gamal Albin Said reminds us that greatest thing in life is become useful for others. He teaches us that young people are not too small to create change, because change can begin from simple idea and courage to act. From Gamal, we learn that innovations begin not from technology but from humanity. It begins when someone dares to care and choose to become part of the solution. Remember, innovations begin not from technology but from humanity. And as written in Quran Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 32, which Gamal Albin Said's favorite verses, and whoever saves one life, it is as if he had saved all of mankind. The greatest achievement in life is not become rich or famous, but become useful and becoming the reason of people can live with hope again. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is all of my story today. May what I deliver to you can be useful in our life. Thank you very much for your very good attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.